All right.
All right, we're back.
Week 2, baby. Never thought we would make it this far.
Me neither, honestly. Hey, first one did pretty good.
Yeah, bro, 55 views. That's not bad. And like,
And we got like, what was it, like 8 subscribers out of it?
yeah, like the funny thing is, like, obviously 55 views isn't going to seem like a lot to a lot of people, but that means a lot since we're doing this like naturally. We're not the fucking kids that are putting on their Snapchat story fucking 35 times a day. Go subscribe to our YouTube channel. Like, we're not trying to fucking blow up off of some like dumb shit. We want this to like naturally grow. Like, honestly,
Yeah.
If you don't fuck with us and you don't fuck with what we're talking about, you don't have to watch. Like,
The fuck out of here.
like, yeah, like, I don't, yeah.
You're not welcome, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. So don't feel like you have to watch us if you're like kind of friends with us. Like, if you're not fucking with this shit, this isn't for you.
Hey, and listen, when I'm doing the editing, I go through and I'll make a directory of all the topics and times, and I'll put them in the description. So if you want to listen to something else more than another topic, then you can go skip to it.
I saw that. I love that.
Literally, like a bunch of people that watched it, they like said that was something that they liked about it.
Yeah.
I did that super last minute too. I had to watch the entire podcast again.
So we're gonna jump straight into it. New music.
Yeah, I guess so.
We didn't have a lot of shit, but we had a little
no,
bit.
but we had good shit. Actually, before we start this, let's just visit the fact that about 45 minutes ago, more like an hour and a half, I was painting my bathroom, and I was moving shit out of my bathroom for space to paint. And there's this, I have like this really thick ceramic plunger holder, and I knocked it over and I broke it in half. Whatever. I never clogged the toilet.
That's good.
I threw it in this little. It's like it's just this little trash bin that I have in my bathroom, and I threw it in there. And that was actually yesterday that I broke it, because yesterday's when I started. But today, when I finished painting, I was going out and I was throwing out all the trash. And when I was throwing it into the trash, it broke on a really weird angle. So when I went to go throw it into the trash, it slid down the side of the trash can, and then it slid down my finger. And dude, this cut is bad. Like, it was bleeding bad, really bad. And I actually put on hand sanitizer. I completely forgot about the cut, and I put on hand sanitizer because fucking, what do you mean? Why would I do that? So I put the hand sanitizer on, mindless.
Like any logical human. Yeah.
Yeah, but I just wanted to say that. So now let's get into new music. All right.
First, new Drizzy.
Dark Lane demo tapes. I'm very.
You can give your thoughts first on this one.
Okay, I'm very happy with this, just because I'm a Drake fan. I think he's. I don't suck him, but I think he's cool and I like his music.
People do.
I think he's cool and I like his music, and I mean, recently he's been hanging out with a lot of people that I fuck with outside of the music industry, like, for example, Zach Baya, Ian Connor, just all those fashion guys. But this is a great a couple leaks. I've heard most of them.
Yeah,
because there's only 15 songs. But my favorites were Chicago Freestyle, which I already heard because that was on the SoundCloud, but I fucking love that song. And then the song track 8, Landed. Man went sick on that song.
I like that.
And then
that wasn't one of my 2 standouts, I'll be honest.
Oh, I'm not doing I'm just going through the ones that I saved on Apple Music.
Yeah.
So that, and then Pain 1993, which we have a segment about. I'm not gonna go into that. We talked about that in the last one. It's what it is.
Because it came out as a full product now, so we can give more of a like.
All right, I'll give mine right now, then.
Yeah.
Well, I don't like it. I think Playboi Carti's verse is absolute shit. I'm a huge Playboi Carti fan, but I'm not going to force myself to like it. I think Drake's verse was great, but I already heard Drake's verse. I heard Drake's verse literally like months ago because there was a very, very low key leak of the
I
whole
think there was
verse.
a leak in like January or some shit.
Yeah, and I thought it was cool, and I think it's just like obviously like just like any other leak when it releases, it's great to have the high quality version of it.
Yeah.
I don't think that Cardi had any good bars at all. I don't think his cadence was good at all. I don't think he sounded good. But Drake had some good bars. I like them. You know, me and Lil Sicko sitting sideways breaking tens. Like that's a fire bar. But you know, it was. I'll give it a 7 out of 10. But like,
Yeah, I didn't hate it as much as I saw a lot of people hating on it, and on Instagram there were a lot of people just fucking clowning Cardi, and I didn't think it was like horrible, but it definitely wasn't good. It was not a good song. I don't know. I feel like we've had a lot of with last week with Travis and Cuddy. We have had a lot of collabs that just have not gone the way I thought they were gonna go. And like I don't know if it's quarantine like taking the creativity out of people or what, but like obviously this was done before quarantine, but I don't know what the fuck these people are thinking. I did see Drake put on IG that this wasn't even really him. It was like a couple of his friends that put this together of all just leaks and like little singles and shit that he put out. So for what it was good. I'd give it like an 8 out of 10. I really liked Losses. It was a little more personal. I really liked that Graham double entendre because that's
was that his dad?
Yeah, that's his last name, Aubrey Graham.
Well, so, yeah, but like,
he was
is that the
like,
song?
His family.
Is that the song with the sample?
Where that's
is his dad's Instagram Live.
Yeah, I'm pretty.
I thought that was so fire. Well, I don't know. I actually don't know why I don't have that song saved, but
yeah, and then obviously Chicago Freestyle was my favorite song off it. We've already heard that, but like I really like the homage that he paid to M. A lot of people probably don't even know that that's from Superman, that flow.
No, yeah, I caught that bar.
Yeah, because that's like the chorus or the pre-chorus. I don't remember which one, honestly. But a lot of people probably haven't even heard that song that are like big Drake fans, just haven't listened to like old Slim. So yeah, for anybody that doesn't know, that was from that was a blatant like rip of Eminem's chorus on Superman.
Yeah.
I really like Demons also. I didn't like War just because, well, War sounds great. I don't know why he fucking has to copy other sounds constantly. Like, he consistently does it, and I completely understand it on Demons. If you're going to work with drill rappers, you've got to start, like, rapping like a drill rapper. It would sound weird if he came on and was, like, spitting normal Drake bars, and then you've got these drill rappers over a drill beat. But so I understand that, but I didn't really like War. It wasn't great for me.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's my take on that whole project. Again, for what it was, for what he did, it was good. But I'm hoping that his album's a lot better, obviously.
Oh, it definitely will.
He said that that's coming out in the summer, I think.
Yeah, I think he said early summer.
Yeah. I can't wait for that. All right.
Lil Baby?
Did you listen to the 6 songs that he released, the Deluxe?
Yeah.
It's just Lil Baby. Like, I'm not a Lil Baby fan, I'll be honest with you. I will say I really, really liked Humble. I loved that song. It was the realest. It was the most he was the most vulnerable on that track. He talked about real shit. Money was the worst fucking song I've heard in a while. Dude,
Get Money.
Yeah. I think is it called Get Money or is it just called
I have it in front of me.
Oh, okay. So, yeah, that shit is not very good. I really don't need
Fuck
to hear,
it, you know?
I don't really need to hear I get money for fucking 2 minutes. Like, that shit is whack. he had about two like 30-second breaks in the song where he just repeatedly says that he gets money. And like I understand that people like that dumbed down shit because they're just not like into like music and they're into like that fucking mumble rap shit.
Yeah.
But that is just not cool to me. There's nothing good about that. It's just super dumbed down. He didn't really have bars on it, but I will say he doesn't have horrible lyricism. He's not like one of those shitty ass like Lil Uzi rappers or something. Like
Hey.
not okay, not like. I'm talking about what was that album that Uzi released that not many people liked?
I think
Fucking,
it's. I know exactly what you're talking about. Let me
yeah,
go look. I think
like,
it's
not
the Perfect
like
Love
that.
tape.
Yeah, that might be it.
Yeah, it's the Perfect Love tape.
That might be it. So it's not like super. I'm not even maybe. Oh, I meant to say Lil Pump too. Like it's not like Lil Pump, but like it's just not very good.
It's not like Meg the Stallion.
Don't do that. I really like the flows and melodies. But yeah, it's not really for me. The subject matter isn't for me. That's not really the stuff that I listen to. So I don't knock it if you like it, but it's just not for me. So that's my take.
Well, I listened to it while I was getting like my laptop and everything together over here while I was getting ready. But I mean, that's all I need. And I thought that all the songs sounded very similar on it.
Yes,
but
they did.
I think they're pretty good. I think I like them. I'm not gonna go too much in depth because you can't go in depth with him because he's kind of like he's stupid. There's not much to him.
Yeah, he is a really simple person. Like
I did see a very funny
same
picture
stuff.
though. I saw a very funny side to side comparison of him and Manny Heffley from Diary of a Wimpy Kid. The the baby brother Manny Heffley.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. That's all I have to say about it.
Yeah, I'll never
Manny
understand
Heffley.
why people worship him, but people won't understand why I worship like Mac Miller and shit like that. So, it's gonna be the Savage remix.
Something I did not listen to.
You did not listen to this?
You got to carry this one, my friend.
Bro, Beyoncé went fucking crazy for on this. She improved the record a lot. Beyonce.
Oh, I didn't know she was on there.
Oh my god, bro, are you serious? Well, still, I think the song was great. Before it was like very Meg Thee Stallion-y, and I think that Beyonce really added a lot to the demographics that will watch both of them now. This was great for Meg's career. Obviously, Beyonce has a lot of pull in the industry. She's been a little quiet, so for her to hop on a song like this, that's great for Meg. I think this will improve her career longevity. I would also like to talk about who is your favorite female rapper?
Probably Doja Cat.
Okay, I can respect that. But for me, it's definitely Meg.
Oh, I know it
is. So, yeah, I think Nicki is done, bro. She just the antics, like that's pretty much what's keeping her alive right now is the antics and people talking about how she's probably on drugs. With Cardi, I don't really understand it. With her, like, people like that she's loud and everything. Not really for me. Like, I don't really like that kind of shit. But if you're gonna sell music and records over antics, and because you have a social media presence, it's cool. She doesn't write her shit either, which is a big no-no for me. And I think that I've heard that Meg actually does write her shit from people that know her. So that's huge for me. I really enjoy that. She writes her own shit. She's more authentic to me. I think she's gonna have a really good career, even if she doesn't blow up to where Cardi blew up, or Nicki blew up at a point in time. I think she'll still have a pretty good career. So I'm excited to see where that goes. But yeah, this was really great for the both of them. I also, for Beyonce to come out and support like a younger female artist, that a lot of people like and support around her, I think that shows great things for her also, that she's gonna do that for the younger generation, and I really respect that out of her. So yeah, that's that. So, all right, next. Did you listen to Uzi's single? I think that dropped like right after we stopped recording. Didn't that drop like Friday night?
Yeah,
Like
I was
Friday.
well because me and Gavin were chilling, and I was on Instagram, and I was like, "Oh, Uzi just dropped a single." So then we threw it up on the.
What do you think?
It's all right. It's super mid. It's like nothing crazy. He sounds a lot like Cardi on it.
Yeah, he does.
A lot.
Yeah. Towards like the middle of the song, he starts rapping like that.
I thought the cover art was so fire, though.
Yeah, it was. And what I will say is I'm also not a big Uzi fan. I liked his part 2 of his last album.
So did I.
Dope. I liked his part 2 of the last album, but I didn't like part 1, honestly.
Me neither.
A lot of people are just gonna support anything he does because it's Uzi, but that's not really how I rock. Like, bro, Eminem is my fucking favorite rapper of all time, but he's still not making great music right now. Like, that's not up for debate. Like, he's just not making amazing music lately. So I actually really like this song. I do. He didn't really go super poppy with it because it's about some anime shit. And like people are gonna call that whack. People are not gonna play it because of that. I saw Omar also. Shout out Omar, even though you listen to trash music. I saw him put on Twitter that he thought it was whack, and obviously he's gonna think it's whack. Usually, I can tell what the mainstream is thinking by what he says because he's very like follow the herd in that way.
Yeah.
Like, and the kids that he hangs out with, like, it's just those people like this type of like they don't like that type of shit. Like, they're gonna like what is gonna be known as a club record or a pop record. They aren't really listening to it for the art of it. So I actually did enjoy it. There's a lot of little like anime sounds and samples and shit on it. I like that. Anytime somebody goes out of the box, I'm gonna enjoy it, even if it's not incredible. It's not some shit that I play every day or anything. I'll probably listen to it a few more times.
Yeah.
6ix9ine.
Oh yeah.
Did you see the news?
What's the news?
That he's able to now record in his basement like 2 hours a week, or not 2 hours a week. He's able to record videos in his backyard 2 hours a week and record music downstairs in his basement, which I didn't even know that was something that he had to get approved, because I assumed that when you were on house arrest, you could pretty much do whatever you want in your house. Because I went to wrestling camp in, I don't even remember, probably sophomore year or something like that. The summer before sophomore year, or the summer in between sophomore and junior year. And I was listening to a lot of young bands at that time. And I was looking up and doing a lot of research about his case because he had a murder charge at the time. That I'm pretty sure he's either beaten it or like he's about to beat it now. I'm pretty sure he's beaten it by now. And he was like, he recorded a music video or some shit with somebody else out in his parking lot of his apartment complex. And the dude brought him like clothes and shit to put on for the video and everything. And he was able to like record in his house. So I don't know if he had to get that approved or if it's just because like he wasn't really popping at the time. So they didn't really know what was going on. And like 6ix9ine's a huge artist now and he needs to get that approval. But that didn't really make sense to me on why he needed approval to be able to do stuff in his own house. If like, I thought it would just be a requirement that you couldn't leave the premises. But yeah, I'm not gonna support 6ix9ine as much as a lot of people are, just because like I don't fuck with that snitch shit. Like I'm not even like from that culture, but still like that's just that's
It's
just
whack.
fucked up to be a snitch at all.
Yeah.
But I am excited to see where this goes, because if he's able to come back from this and really, really excel, then that's insane. And I know they were talking about he was going to get bookings for overseas shows, and then it clicked for me, like, people in Australia aren't going to care whether or not 6ix9ine snitched. Like, I don't think there will be like goons out there chasing around for him and shit. He's not safe in New York, probably, I would assume. I mean, it would be stupid to put out a hit on him or some shit, because obviously everybody's going to look at that gang and like they're going to look at his affiliates and everything. So it's probably not too smart to do that, but
Yeah.
still, he's not safe even from like just people that don't support him right now because of what he did. Even if you're a Crip, even if you're a Black Disciple, like that's still like everybody knows that's some whack shit if you're from that life. And so I don't know what's gonna come of this. He also announced that something's coming on May 8th. So I'm not sure what that's gonna be. I assume it's gonna be like a single or some shit. Or honestly, more than a single, I'd rather it be an IG live. I'd rather him just be talking to shit on IG live. But they said that he couldn't troll, right? Didn't they
I
say
don't
that he couldn't
know.
troll like other artists? So I don't even know what he's gonna be able to do or what he's gonna
So
be able to talk about. He can't talk about anything like gang related now, or else that would probably violate all of his shit that's going on right now.
yeah.
So
Well,
I
let
don't
me
know
share
what
my
he's
thoughts.
gonna make music about. All right, yeah,
Actually, wait. Talk for like 30 more seconds about him.
bro. I don't know what I'm supposed to talk about.
All right. Check this out.
Okay. You know what else is dropping May 8th? I know you're gonna be excited about this.
What?
I think it's a new Nav album. Ooh, Nav.
I saw the teaser for it. It looks pretty cool. No, the teaser for it was edited by the same guy that edited all the Sicko videos and
Really?
everything. Yeah.
I actually, bro, when that first, I forget what the first project he released was that like blew him up, but I remember listening to it in like freshman year or something like that, and I liked Nav at the time, and then like once everybody was screaming like fuck Nav, I forget what it was even for. Why did everybody hate Nav at one point?
Because he sucked. I don't know. He was just like, I don't know.
And
I
then
gotta share
what did it
my
for
thoughts on
me?
6ix9ine.
All right, let me just finish up this Nav segment.
Okay.
What did it for me was when he talked about what was the Lambo truck, and he was like crying about how he doesn't get fucking as many looks as like other rappers. I was like, bro, you
Well,
can't be doing that. Like,
he was bitching because he doesn't get recognized in public,
yeah,
which is like, bro,
obviously you're
come
not
on.
gonna get recognized. Like, you're Nav. You're not fucking. It's
Jay-Z.
Nav. Yeah, like what have you done for music to be recognized? He hasn't changed anything. Like he's literally Nav. Like he
Yeah.
hasn't done much for the culture. He hasn't changed music at all. Like there's no reason for him to be having TMZ fucking reporters all around him. But you can give your thoughts on 6ix9ine.
I just want to share this quote from him. It's pretty moving, actually. It's I gotta wipe my tears really quick. I'm getting really
Yeah.
moved.
Yeah.
Shout out my apes in the fucking zoo. Filet, they gonna shoot. Spin a hoop. Who the fuck is you? That's all.
Okay.
That's all I wanted to share.
All right.
I think it pretty much speaks for itself. Tyler the Creator versus Lil Boat. In terms of fashion. All right.
Yeah.
Now this is a very good topic to get into. We're gonna get into Tyler the Creator first, just because he's more of a developed character in the fashion world. But he's covered tons and tons of different styles through his own work and through everybody in like Odd Future days back when I was in middle school, elementary school, and shit. And they were just dressed in like Supreme to the toe, Stussy, their own gear, all that shit, and they were getting Supreme for free at the time. And that's when he was in like, you know, snapbacks with a striped t-shirt with jeans and Vans, like every fucking like skater boy type shit. And then he started doing his own thing and started getting into like, I feel like it was a really abrupt shift when he started to make golf stuff. He started to experiment with more avant-garde pieces, and like, I'm talking about his personal style right now, not his brand.
Yeah.
He started to dress like he would start to wear a little archive CDG. He would dress like wearing cardigans, jackets, pants, like nice pants. He would just really start like, I think he more very
like
refined.
12-year-old skater anymore. He was actually getting into his shit.
Because he got a little bit of money, and then he got educated on the fashion industry, and he started doing his own shit. And I think golf is a great brand. He does his own thing. He really speaks for himself. And I don't think, like, obviously, I don't think that you can really compare Yachty and Tyler, but it's fun to like talk about it together.
Yeah.
Because they're both great, but like Tyler is different in his own way because he wears just certain things that really, like, if you see it, you're like, oh, like if you were to like cut off the head of the picture, you could see it and you're like, oh, that's a Tyler fit. As with Lil Yachty, you can't really tell that because he just has like the pieces. You know, I've seen a bunch of closet tours. Well, the one that he did with Comp, well, actually he only has one. I don't know why I said a bunch, but the Complex one, he obviously is going to show you everything you want to see, like all the old Jordans and all the Babestas and all the runners and everything that hypebeasts want to see. But Lil Yachty is up there for my top 3 most best dressed rappers because he shops at some of the places that I like wish I could shop at. And I'm not even talking like designer. I'm talking like archive, like he posted this Vivienne Westwood 2-piece suit. This like I think it's like fall winter early 90s or late 80s, I think. But it's like he has a lot of rare. He posted it was like a $2,000 2-piece. The pants being $1,600 on their own, and like he's just got like a lot of really nice denim. He's got a lot of. I think his jewelry is you could easily set aside from like everybody else's jewelry like in the rap game because he just has like such like classic pieces, and like he has standout like chains like the Bart Simpson and the Yachty Jesus, and
he has one of the 3.
He has the fucking I think it's 3, the Murakami one, the spinning one.
That shit is sick, dude.
Yeah,
I completely agree that you can't really compare the two. What Tyler has done for fashion isn't even a little comparable to what like Yachty's just not there yet. You know, if we give it a little longer, like when did Tyler start making that shift from like what year specifically?
2014 probably.
So that's 6
2014
years,
2015.
and Yachty's only even been in the rap games for about that long. So I just maybe we check back on this in a few years once we've
actually
Yachty have a little more.
A big thing that I really forgot to mention was that Yachty is still creative director of Nautica.
Yeah.
I think that's a pretty big staple, and like he's been busting out the vintage. He's got a great vintage collection. I'll say that.
He does. I was gonna say that also with you see him on Round Two's channel a lot.
He's a very frequent shopper. Good friend of Sean's.
Yeah. And he's been on a lot of like panels where they discuss fashion and shit like that. So he is up there, but it's just I don't think he's quite there. So your ideal fit is that like that old archive shit. But with me, I like a lot more subtle. Like Chris Russo is a big like one for me that I really look up to because he wears a lot of like pretty basic like pants or shorts. He puts on a fire pair of shoes and then like a really sick like vintage tee. That's like his average fit, and that for me is what I like to dress like. Because I don't think you need to spend $10,000 to put on some like cool shit. I think a $50 vintage like tee is great. And also, do you put any basis like in a vintage collection? Does it have to be shit that you know?
I mean,
will you buy tees
I usually buy shit that I know. Like, unless it looks really cool and stands out, I'm usually looking for a certain thing.
So that's another thing that like people try to dress like other people sometimes, and they put on shit that they know nothing about, and like I hate that because I'll be honest with you, like I don't know a lot about a lot of shit, and so I'm not gonna wear that. Like there's a lot of kids, like the obvious one is like Thrasher. There's kids that don't skate and they wear a lot of Thrasher. Like that's whack to me. But there's also like I'm not gonna go out and buy a vintage tee of a band that I've never heard of from like the 80s. Like I'm not a big rock 80s fan. Like I don't know a lot of bands from back then, so I'm not gonna wear that shit. I respect that, and I think it's fucking sick to have that in your collection, but I feel like you have to at least have some enjoyment or like get some enjoyment out of that. Like and we're actually going to talk about music genres like right after this. But we've gotten really far off of Tyler versus Yachty. But where do you put A$AP Rocky in your like I don't even know what to say. Like in your opinion
in my list, I think he's top 10 for me, definitely.
Yeah.
I mean, I think he's a great person. I think I'm always been a huge fan of him, but I know he's a fashion mogul and shit, but I just don't see it. I mean, he has fits and he has pieces, but and he's definitely in my top 10 just because like. You get through all the rappers that dress nice, and then I don't even want to place the rest of them because it's just like super skinny Balmain jeans and all that shit, and like I don't even count them as fashion.
Lil Baby and Gunna.
I don't put them in it. You know how much I hate Gunna.
Gunna is trash at putting fits together, bro. Yeah. Also,
he wears so much fear of God that he's a God-fearing man.
Yeah. Wasn't that an actual caption that he had?
That was a fucking caption. That shit was real.
So since we're on the topic of fashion, somebody the other day while we were playing Warzone, somebody said that I forget who it was. It may have been like Big J and Stan, I think. And they were talking about how shoes make an outfit for them. And that like what I want to know your opinion on that also. Do you think that shoes make an outfit, or do you think that clothes make an outfit and then the shoes like are secondary and help pull it together? Because that's my views are that the shoes are cool and they're more of a piece that you throw on to pull an outfit together and maybe match it a little bit, and like you need some cool shoes, but I don't think that should be the first thing that you do is put on a cool pair of shoes.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely when I used to be a big sneakerhead in middle school and early high school and shit, I definitely would say that a shoe makes an outfit, but now I really don't agree with that just because of what I've branched into, and I just think that like nothing really makes an well, okay, that's not what I mean, but like I think that it doesn't really have to be a certain piece that makes an outfit. I think that it can alternate And you could also have multiple standout pieces that complement. As long as they complement each other, you're fine. But I've always been more of a subtle guy, unless it's a super fire like up like a vintage tee, like a super
Yeah.
fire graphic. I'm not really gonna wear it. But what was the question?
It was just about, do you think that shoes make an outfit, or do you
Oh
think
yeah,
that
no,
they
they
just
don't.
add to it? Yeah.
No,
So I think
they
shoes
add
are
to it.
important. I think shoes
Well,
are important. I
Mhm.
think that they pull something together, and I think that you can have some really cool shoes on, but I don't think that everybody should just be looking at your outfit because of the shoes. You need to have other pieces on your actual body that that match along with it. And I don't think putting on a Nike, like a red Nike sweatsuit, and then putting on some like fucking, I don't even know what shoes to say, but just some like cool shoes. I don't think that pulls the outfit together. Like, you've still got on a red Nike tracksuit or a sweatsuit. So like, I don't know. But yeah, that's just my thoughts. Like, do you like also when you just match the entire outfit and it's just all like the same exact shit that was put out together in order to be worn together? Or do you think that you should mix and match to be able to put on like an actual fit, and like there should be more thought behind it?
Um, well, so Gavin is a good example. He always overthinks his outfits. Like if he's about to come over, if he's about to pull up and we're about to like take fit pics, he has to FaceTime me before he leaves to like pick out what like, and he'll bring over like half his closet just because he doesn't want to bring, like, he always is prepared. But I think that he'd be overthinking outfits sometimes. But honestly, for me, since I usually just wear like subtle shit, like short, because I like to wear short shorts just because I have tattoos all over my legs. So I like I just, well, obviously I'm gonna like to show them, and I'll wear like a nice vintage tee and like that's what I mean, like obviously money doesn't really matter, but like if I got a nice expensive piece on, it's a good feeling. And then usually with like a beanie or like a safari like bucket hat or like just a hat, that's what I rotate from right now.
Yeah.
So I don't really overthink outfits unless it's a certain occasion. I don't know what the occasion is though.
A red carpet. Once you get there to that point. All right. So the next topic is: should you balance your music taste and genres?
Should you or should you not? You go first, my friend.
I can go first. So
yeah.
I think for me it is important to have a little bit of variation in like your playlist, or not even just your playlist, but what you're listening to. A lot of my inspirations outside of rap, not really inspirations, but just people I fuck with, is like Johnny Cash, Slash and Axl Rose, obviously of Guns N' Roses.
Yep, great. I love Slash.
Nirvana. I really like what's it called? What's that song called by E6? Dude, I forget what the song's called, and that's gonna piss me off because it's a song that I listen to and I know like every word of, but I literally
just want to
can't
say,
remember any of it right now.
I sent fan mail to Slash and he never fucking answered me. So fuck you, Slash. When I was like 9, thought Slash was the coolest motherfucker ever.
He is. He's cool. But yeah, so I think it's important for me, and I know a lot of people aren't gonna think that way because they just listen to rap, and
I'm excited to talk about this.
Yeah, so I think you need to draw inspiration. If you're gonna be a rapper, I think you need to like more than just rap music. And we see that with a lot of rappers. There's a lot, like Wayne has a lot of rock influence. And I'm pretty sure, isn't he working on a rock album or something, they said?
Probably. He toured with Blink.
Yeah, he toured with Blink, but who's Kendrick is the one that's also making a rock album. He's rumored to be making like a rock influenced album.
Is there?
Yeah, and then there's just a lot of artists that pull things from other cultures, and like you see that as early as rap goes, like not super early, but with Wu-Tang, they sampled a lot of shit that wasn't like, you need to have that knowledge of other cultures and other genres and other forms of music to be able to
Mhm.
be a good artist, in my opinion. And I think that's what holds back some rappers today that aren't particularly artists. They're more just rappers, because that they don't look at other avenues that they could go down, and they aren't as versatile because of that. And I think that you need to experiment. I talked about this a lot on the last one, but I think you need to experiment to be an artist for me. And experimenting comes with listening to other forms of music. So that's my stance on it. I really think that you should. So what do you think?
Okay. Rap isn't even my favorite genre. My favorite genre is like early 2000s, like punk rock music.
Mm-hmm.
So clearly, I have a good knowledge of rap music just as much as I have a good knowledge of any other genre. I've
Yeah.
always been like that though. This is kind of gonna go off topic, but like ever since I was like little, a small child, I fucking hated sports and like I hated everything that my mom and my dad wanted me to do, and I would always just like have this like unbreakable love for like music, and but all different genres. Um, and then I took lessons for almost every single instrument. And like I know how to play a lot of instruments, and I just like I know that there's like artists and songs that people can just listen to in any mood, but um, if I like any mood for me, I can go and listen to like definitely like some Smashing Pumpkins or Green Day or something. Or like actually a band that my good friend Gavin put me onto a couple weeks ago is this old band called the Toadies, and an album. I think it's like their debut album. I actually think you should check it out, Hunter. I think you might like it. But their album's
Yeah.
called Rubberneck, and
Uh-huh.
there's some pretty good songs on it. It's just like feel good music to me, and it's just
Yeah.
always been like part of me. So obviously, I have like a certain love for classic rock, hard rock, and hip hop. I love hip hop. I know a lot about hip hop.
Yeah.
I love R&B music. Like soul type shit. I love everything, and I think everybody, even if they don't like every genre, I think they should at least have some amount of respect for every genre.
Yeah. My my favorite style of music is definitely like that, not really R&B, but like that mix between R&B and rap, where you still get bars, but it's very melodic. um I think, like, I don't even know who I would put up there for an example. But yeah, that's just the type of music I like. I definitely lean more towards R&B for my, like, but the thing with me is, I think that good R&B beats good rap on any day, but I just think there's a lot more like rap music that's good out there than good R&B music, in my opinion. Um,
Yeah.
there's like an overabundance of rappers, and I have to specifically like that type of R&B. Um, Black is one of my most recent, like, really, really, what's the word? Oh, man, we've gotten to the point where my brain's fried from all this talking, and I just can't even, like, keep going. Um, but one of my most recent, like, R&B people that I listen to a lot is Black. Um, Loaded Gun on his that one album that he released recently. I really like that. That entire album that he released was really good. Um, I just enjoy R&B a lot more than rap when it's done well, but I don't think it's done
Mm-hmm.
as well as a lot of rap is. So I end up listening to a lot more rap than R&B, but I definitely like really well done R&B a lot more. Um, so yeah, that's what I'll say about that. Like, some people get offended when people call themselves like hip hop historians and shit, which I think that's whack. Remember LeBron said he was a hip hop historian? That
I
dude is
don't.
not a hip hop historian. I can almost guarantee you he does not know everything there is to know about hip hop.
I don't. I know more about other genres than I do about hip hop.
Yeah, yeah.
I could say you know a ton more about shit than I do.
Probably.
You're more interested. You like the industry side of it.
Yeah.
And you know a lot about the industry side of it.
Yeah. I probably should have gone a different route in like everything that I do. I would love to be like a fucking A&R or something.
There's literally no reason for you to not be able to do it now.
Yeah,
I mean,
I know.
if
But
you
like,
really want something.
But the problem with me is that I think that we're gonna get into like what Assorted Thoughts is for a second right here, but I think that I can do everything that I want to do in life. Just take it like a step at a time and connect it all together. And I think that's what this is for me. Like this is my what I want that to be, and that like because I'd like to start like a vintage store, not even a vintage store, just a store where I sell whatever the fuck I want to sell that I think is cool, like, and everything's gonna be called Assorted Thoughts. It's gonna be connected to this. This is just like the first stepping stone towards what I'd like to do in my life. And
Can I get
there's
a
a lot
discount
of
at the
different
store?
shit. Oh yeah, you'll yeah. So yeah, there's just a lot of different shit that I like to do in my life before I die that I'd like to leave an impact on a lot of different cultures that have left an impact on me. I'll say that. So
Very well said, my brother.
okay, so Sean Witherspoon, for those of you that don't know him, very big in the culture. He designed the Air Max 97/1s. He owns Round 2, which has multiple locations. LA, NYC, you have the original in Virginia,
RVA.
Richmond.
Chicago,
Yeah.
Hollywood, Miami Beach.
Is that it? He's done pop-ups in Paris, London, shit like that.
New York.
Yeah, so dude, I really want him to. You think they would ever get to the point where they put one in Providence?
No.
No?
No.
What about New Haven? Well,
I don't think so.
If they grow to the point where they have like a lot of locations and it's not just like a regional thing.
Yeah, but then it's gonna. At that point, it's just gonna be ruined.
Down. Yeah.
It's gonna be whack, and there's just gonna be a bunch of fucking posers. Like,
so
I love the experience of like taking a day trip to New York, going around too.
Dude,
it's
we were
great.
gonna go to the vintage store, and then this all happened, and I still have not been to the vintage store. It was opened in the summer.
You haven't been to the vintage store?
No, it was.
It's so cool.
And I seriously didn't know where it was. And like I was out there with my parents, so like I didn't want to spend like an hour to figure out where the fuck it was. Apparently it's right across the street or some shit you said.
Mm-hmm. It's right behind it.
Yeah, like so we looked around a little bit, but we didn't find it. So I was pissed about that. I'm not gonna lie. That's like the one place that I want to go. Yeah, getting back to Sean Witherspoon, he just released like not really a leak, but just like a sneak peek at some superstars that he's been working on for Adidas, and I just wanted to know your thoughts on this also. He's been doing a lot of collabs lately, and I can't wait for the Asics that are coming out. I really want those. But he's been working a lot with Adidas, and he did like a vintage collection at what's it called in LA, where they have all the booths.
Complex Con.
Yeah, Complex Con. He did like a bunch of Adidas shit there, and so I can't wait for this too. I really hope that the trend isn't for him to make shoes and then them go, yeah, you can show it. Well, we can even put like a picture up.
I'm gonna.
Yeah. So, yeah, he's been doing a lot of collabs lately, and I hope the trend doesn't become he releases a shoe and it starts going for $1,000, because I know that there's a lot more hype around the Air Maxes because it was new. It was a hybrid of silhouettes, and there was just a lot more hype behind them. Full corduroy. They were just a sick shoe. I actually got into an argument with some dude on Instagram on, I think, round 2 South Beach's comment section. It was either South Beach or LA, but I got into an argument with this dude because he said that the Travis ones were better than the Wotherspoons, and I just don't agree with that at all. So, but I can't wait for this. I hope that the Asics are not as desired by the people, so that I can hopefully get a pair. What the fuck are you doing? And these, we haven't seen a good look at them yet, but they look cool. Like some Easter colors. You have like the baby or the powder blue on the inside of them, and then the light pink on the outsides. So I can't wait for that. Do you think it's time to look at him like as a bit like a lot of people know him for round 2? This dude is doing a lot for fashion, and he's done a lot for the culture in general as of late over the last few years. So I think it's time to start looking at him as like an actual figure in that world, in the design world especially, compared to just being like a owner of a really, really sick store. I think for me, he popularized vintage to a lot more of a demographic than there was before, because I'll be honest, like I didn't really know a lot about vintage shit, and then I watched a lot of round 2 videos as I started to get more into like the hype beast side that I'm not really into as much anymore. And he was the one that kind of opened my eyes to that side of things and what you could do in that avenue. And yeah, I think we just need to look at him in a bigger sense now. So yeah, that's just the Sean Wotherspoon conversation. I think we need to have it. Yeah, we're just gonna move on to, this is gonna be an every week segment. We're gonna move on to window shopping.
All right. So first, we're gonna start with this this Balenciaga hoodie. You like that Lil Uzi reference?
Yeah. I like it.
I'm not a big Balenciaga fan. I look at it as the same way I look at Gucci or Louis Vuitton or Givenchy or any of those like high fashion designer brands. Like, but I think occasionally Balenciaga comes out with some cool shit. And if you know what I'm talking about, one of my favorite collections is the Speed Hunters collection, which was just like, it was just a really cool graphic. But this isn't what I'm going to show you. This is this Europa oversized pull string hoodie. I'll throw a picture up on the screen. But it's just this like super clean, like charcoal gray oversized hoodie with these pull strings at the bottom, like the bottom hem, and then on the cuffs. Then the next item is a pair of pants from one of my favorite brands. I don't know if you've heard of it. You might have like heard a little bit about it, but it's called Siberia Hills.
I have. You told me about them before.
Well, they have these they drop these very fire tiger. They're called mesh tiger camo cargos, and it's just this like pair of tiger camo pants with cargo pockets, and then on the front it has this brown mesh overlay. And a YouTuber that I really like, his name is Jacob Wallace. He picked them up, and I just thought they looked really good and they sat really well. So and they're not a bad price, so I might pick them up.
Yeah.
And then we're gonna move over to Depop. My likes on Depop, and I have this. This is my all-time grail. I don't know why I didn't put it in the last video, but it's the 1992 when the Lithuania Olympic basketball team had Grateful Dead design their merch.
Yeah.
It's this green, yellow, and red dot tie-dye with a skeleton. And if you know me, you know how I love my skeletons. All my tattoos are skeleton themed. I just love like how they look. It's cool. But it's just a skeleton dunking a basketball, and it says Lithuania on it. And then on the back it says bronze medal winners, Barcelona, 1992. But I just think this is a cool tee. I like the story behind it. And that's that. And then I just have one more piece. And it's this vintage 91 Morrissey, lead singer of the Smiths. If you know him, then you know him. Single stitch on a an original Screen Stars tag, and it's just got this fire. You know, like if you know vintage Smiths and vintage Morrissey, then you know that they all have all the fire graphics, but it's just got this vintage. It's just got this like 35 millimeter picture of a kid screaming, and it has a blue filter over it. It's like this.
Yeah.
But this is 500
All
because Smith C's are taxed. But yeah, those are mine. You can go ahead and show yours, my friend.
All right, my first one. Have you ever heard of John Elliott? They got like a store on Melrose, I think. And
yeah, I definitely have.
The first one is this John Elliott jacket. It's called the Hooded Villain. They call that jacket. It's like a plum color. It goes for $228. And I said last time that I wanted the plums, the dunks that just came out. Yeah. So the sole of the shoe, it would match better with this. It wouldn't match that well, so it would be more of like a subtle hint. I don't think it would match like perfectly, so that's why I would wear it with that. I don't think it would be too crazy. It's not like the entire shoe is that exact color. I think it would match pretty well. My second one, this is sold out and it came out like a month ago, but I still wanted to highlight it. Brigade. I showed
the vest.
one of their. No, it's not. It's not the vest. That came out around my birthday. That came out in like early February. That shit was sick, and we'll put a picture of that too. But that didn't make the list because it was just too long ago. But it's it's a Sherpa fleece space jacket. It went for $172. It was pretty sick.
I love
my
fleeces.
number 3, yeah. My number 3 is the Travis Scott and Virgil by a thread tee. I almost bought this for like it goes for like $250 in my size on StockX, but there was a guy that was selling it on Grailed at one point for like $90 that I was gonna buy, and I just never got around to it. It was a little too much for me at the time. I could probably buy it right now, but I'm not gonna. So yeah, that goes for $250 in my size. Then there's these they only have a pair on StockX in like 3 different sizes. So it doesn't have one for my size. Size smalls were like 500, and then the others were like 250. But they're the Fear of God Essentials nylon cargo pants. Just pretty simple. They were all black with like white detail.
Oh my god. What? Dude, this Morrissey tee that dropped on round 2 is so gas. I'll throw pictures up. Oh my god.
All right. And then my number 5 is a pair of shorts, vintage YSL. They're like powder blue and white. They go for $94. They look more like swim trunks, but you could wear them as shorts. I'm not sure what I would really wear with it as like a tee, but they were cool. Oh, probably my Mac Miller tee that just came out for Circles. But yeah, that's mine for $94. I'm not sure if I already said the price. So yeah, let's move on to quarantine.
Okay. So I'll start because I actually I got a couple projects done this week. My mom and I went out and we laid some stone down outside. It was just like around my mailbox and then around a big tree that we have, just to make the front yard look good. And then I painted my bathroom because I moved rooms recently. I got these lights, and I hung a couple pictures up on the wall. I have a Peep picture, Clockwork Orange, and then a Travis Scott rodeo. What? And then I've just been chilling.
Yeah.
You know, chilling. What about you?
So I've been playing a lot of COD in general, but mostly Warzone. Have you played it yet?
No, I haven't played video games in like 3 months.
Yeah, so it's like everybody's gonna know what I'm talking about. It's like the craze right now to play Warzone. Have you seen like the Gulag memes with the little like shower like bathroom looking thing? So that's from Warzone. Yeah, that's from Warzone. So after you die the first time, you're able to like face off against somebody. Dude, this is my pet peeve. They have to fucking change the weapons that they give you in this shit, bro. I'm not good with shotguns and like pistols. I use fucking ARs and subs like a man. I'm not a pussy and run around with fucking shotguns on every map. So I'm not good at that shit. It's annoying that they give you like the worst fucking weapon that you can have. Like either give somebody a sub or do like fucking throwing knives or some shit. Like make it fun. Like it's just some whack ass bullshit that they give you to come back. I sound salty as fuck right now, and I am. But yeah, they got to change that up. And they just changed it the way that bounties work in the game. So they made it a little worse. I'm not gonna lie. Hopefully they revert some of those changes and it comes out better. I cannot wait for the round 2 drop, which already came out, but I'll still say that because I wrote that down earlier. How have you been doing with school?
Let me just show this really quickly.
Oh, that's cool. A little too much, though, but
I'm pretty good. My grade's actually good right now. I got a lot of work done. It's just math that I got to get some stuff done in, you know?
So, yeah, I've been horribly unmotivated to do anything. Like, this shit is horrible.
My current issue grade is concerning. It's
a 3. I mean, a 3% in quarter 4?
Yeah. He said I could make it all up and that it wouldn't take me that long. But I just gotta do it.
It's not really hard shit. I'll be honest, I haven't done anything in that class in the last like 2 weeks. I just did the consumer math test, and algebra has been horrible. But we finally moved on to something that's like kind of understandable. But like, yeah, just in general, it's been horrible, dude. Like, I can't believe that they're making us do this shit. Like, expecting kids to actually do like work outside of school for an extended period of time is completely insane, just to add on top of senioritis and shit. Like, this is horrible. I really have to get my English shit done because I haven't even finished the book yet. And like, I've got to work on that. I'll probably do that this weekend. I'll finish the book and I'll do the little thing that she assigned, the like
the video
she even assigned.
Whatever.
But yeah, so closings. Again, thank you for everybody that tuned in last week. It really means a lot that people are supporting. You want to shout out some people that you know watched it, that you know of?
Yeah, Harris texted me about it, and he was like, he just texted me about mentioning Travis Barker as one of my top 5, and we chatted about that, and then he said that he asked me about the editing. He was like, is this unedited? And I was like, no, I spent mad time editing it.
Yeah.
And then he watched the whole thing, and then I sent him this meme. It says, would you help an officer in distress? Share if you wouldn't. Because, like, it said share if you would. But somebody put the NT on the end. Mad dude, funny. And he just never answered.
Those are my favorite memes. The ones that are like, this officer helped this lady out and then he shot her 55 times or some shit like that. Shit always has me weak, dude. The ones that like, it's like a nice story and then you get to the end and you're like, oh my god, like they ruined that shit. That's my favorite meme. But yeah, shout out. I know Lil J and Big J. Like Big J was like, "Oh, I had no idea what you guys were talking about the whole time, but I watched the whole thing." Shout out to that, supporting us. But yeah, like
I saw Lil J. Lil J posted it.
Yeah, Lil J posted it. Shout out Lil J for posting it, even though I hate you like 97% of the time.
What?
Me and Lil J always have beef on PS4, like not like real shit, but like we just go at it a lot.
Okay.
What were you gonna say?
I saw Lil J posted it, but like I'm not really boys with him like that anymore, so I didn't know if I should say anything or not.
I just put two black hearts. Black hearts are my thing. I love black hearts. Yeah. Like I said in the beginning, if you really got to the end and you don't like any of the shit that we talked about, you don't have to watch. Like, you don't. I'm not forcing you to watch. You don't have to watch it. But whoever does watch it, we really, really appreciate it. This has been a long time coming. This has been something that I've been trying to do since fucking sophomore year when I invited you and
Yeah.
Harris over my house, and we just couldn't find out how to. I bought all the equipment and everything, and it just sounded like shit. So we weren't able to do it. I really regret not like working that out. And
Yeah.
imagine
Just
if we
know
were
this
like
is
3
Ben.
years in right now.
Wait,
Like that would
what?
have been fucking sick. If we were like 3
Yeah.
years in right now, that was in like the summer before junior year. So that would have been like we would have been like 2 years in by now.
Yeah. But yeah,
Yeah.
so we'll have this uploaded tomorrow. So today for you guys. And you know, if you have anything that you think that we should talk about, leave it in the comments if you're still watching
Yeah,
at this point. So
if you don't like something about this, like even if it's not like positive, just like send your critiques or whatever. I'm sorry, Omar, for mentioning how bad your music tasted so many times. You know I love you. That's my boy. That's that. Thank you for tuning in. We want this to grow organically.
share if you want, though. We won't be opposed to that.
Yeah, share this shit with people that you know will fuck with it. The support is highly appreciated, and that's it. So
All
we'll
right.
see y'all next week, same time, same place. Y'all know where to find us. Follow
Thanks
us
for
on
tuning
Instagram,
in.
Assorted Thoughts Co. That's it, right? Assorted Thoughts Co.
And then Assorted Thoughts Co. at Cooper Langlois at Hunter.Williams77.
Yep.
Or HunterWilliams.77. I'm not sure.
Hunter.Williams77. I want to change that to make it more basic, but
I gotta say what I said at the end of the last one.
yeah.
Have a scrumptious day.